Hello, hello, hello folks, and welcome to the second part of my party's latest dungeon delve. We're of course using 4 Against Darkness to play this game, and my group of 4 plucky adventurers, Helgo, Solana, Dorazol and Quip, have discovered a magical library. And in fact, it is a particular magical library, I've decided. It is the magical library of Sakalas the demon. We've made this magical library by combining details from the books Twisted Dungeons and Twisted Minions. Twisted Dungeons has given us a magical library, and Twisted Minions has informed us that all the minions here are protected by a demonic force. So it being a magical library means that we can find a lot more scrolls, basically, and the minions being protected by a demonic force means that when they die, we roll a dice and there's a chance they come back to life. The other thing that we have done a little bit differently, or I have done a little bit differently in this particular run through, is I've used a couple of details from this book, Wayfarers and Adventurers, and this has added a couple of little flares to some of my characters. So Solana the elf now has the spell talent, which means she gets +1 when casting fireball spells, and Helgo the cleric is building a shrine to Thugas. Thugas Min is all about fire, I think, which means that I guess that's once we've built it, we'd get that advantage. Okay, so we haven't built it yet, so he's trying to save up. He's saving all his pennies in order to be able to build a lovely, shiny shrine that's going to keep Thugas Min happy and on side. With all that said, we need to crack on. So we need to go somewhere else. So we've gone in this sort of little wiggly area here. We need to go up here, through this door, see what we can find. So far we've found some skeletal rats and we've found a wandering monster, some fungi folk. So it's been quite monstery so far. 14. 14's another corridor. Look at this. Okay, so that's going to be like that, I guess. So let's roll to see what's in this corridor. 11. Oh, a boss. Interesting. Huh. I always forget that you can find bosses in a corridor. So roll d6 on the boss table. 5. So we've got a Chaos Lord. Level 6, 4 life, 3 attacks. Oh, this could be a bit brutal because it's only going to be the front 2 people doing attacking. Hopefully we can finish him off quite quickly. 2 treasure rolls at +1, that's pretty sweet. Before the fight begins, roll d6 to determine if the Chaos Lord has any special powers. Okay, I did roll a 1, I promise. I've moved that so that it's actually in shot now. That means the Chaos Lord has no powers. Okie dokie. So because we're in a corridor, only the front two people can attack. So we'll start with Dorazol. Ooh, a fail. This could be a bit messy. Quip. Rolls a 3. Okay, so he's getting +1 for the sword, magic sword. So only rolling a 4. And the Chaos Lord, I've forgotten to write Chaos Lord. The Chaos Lord is level 6, so neither of them have done any damage. Now the Chaos Lord gets 3 attacks, so he's going to attack our 2 heroes at the front 3 times, and they're going to defend naturally. Now he's level 6, so they have to roll greater than a 6, obviously including their defense values. Dorazol gets +2, Quip gets +1. Yeah, that is correct. Alright, here we go. So let's start with him attacking Dorazol. Dorazol rolls to defend. Oh, that's low. 2, 3, 4. So that's fail. So he's going to take a point of damage. Okay. Then it's going to attack Quip. Quip rolls a 2, which is a total of 3, so that's also a failure to defend. And I'm assuming that whilst they cannot directly attack, our people at the back can use Protect and Healing Potion and Healing, so they could do those things. I don't see why not. But we've got one more attack here, so he's going to attack Dorazol again. Wow, that's some really, really freaking low rolling. 3, 4, 5. So Dorazol takes another point of damage. So it comes time for us to attack again, and hopefully we're going to have a bit more success on this round of attacks. So we'll start with the attacks, and then we'll move on to the defensive actions of the people at the back if we are so inclined to do that. Dorazol attacks. It's a smidge better. 5 plus 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that is doing 1 point of damage and taking 1 life point off of the Chaos Lord. I feel like he had it coming at this point. Then Quip has a go. Better. 5 plus 1 for the magic sword. So that's 2 levels of life done. I think maybe it's still... I don't think he's not going to kill him this round, so it's still too early to start using my health related stuff. So the Chaos Lord attacks Dorazol. Dorazol defends. Dorazol rolls 3. That is not a successful defense. Goes down to 3 health. Then attacks Quip. Jesus. That's a mega low rolling. Quip is down to 2 health. Then finally the Chaos Lord attacks Dorazol again. 4, 5, 6. I can always never remember, do you have to roll the same as or greater than on a defense roll? Yeah, you have to roll higher than, so that is also a fail. So Dorazol and Quip are both on 2 health. Alright, so we're going to attack. Oh dear, that is That's mega low. Okay, so no damage done because we're adding on 3, which is 5, and we'd have to get 6. The level of the monster. Right, Quip. Come on, fella. 3, 4. So he's not doing any damage either. This has been a brutal first fight of the morning. Okay, so I think now we're going to have to use some stuff. So I'm just going to remind myself what the healing ability of the cleric. I think you just roll d6. Yeah, okay. So we're going to use the healing ability. So Helgo's going to heal, and he's going to direct that heal toward Dorazol. 1. Frickin' hell. Great. So, okay, so we've gone up 1. And then Solana's got a healing potion, and I'm assuming that's basically the same deal. I guess it's only Solana who can use that. And probably hasn't got time to throw a potion at Quip during a fight. So I think we're just going to have to carry on. Right, so that was all of our stuff. So now the Chaos Lord is going to attack Dorazol. Dorazol rolls a 1, obviously. Goes down to 2 health. Then attacks Quip. Hey, Quip. Oh, +1. So it rolls a 5. +1 for the magic sword. 6, which unfortunately, when you're up against a Chaos Lord, doesn't really cut it. So Quip is going down to 1. Then attacking Dorazol for the 3rd attack. 4, 5, 6, which is also not a successful defense. So now Dorazol and Quip are on 1 health each. Let's attack the Chaos Lord. Dorazol attacks. 3. Oh, +3. That's 6, so that is a success. So we've gone lower than half of the Chaos Lord's health. And I believe that means it makes a morale roll. So the Chaos Lord's going to make a morale roll. If the Chaos Lord rolls a 3 or less, they're going to freak out and leg it. 5. Nope. Chaos Lord's like, this is going pretty well actually. I'm really messing these guys up. I'm going to carry on. So Quip is going to try and attack. 3. That's a fail. That is a fail. So no damage done there. Obviously we're going to have to give Helgo another chance to heal someone. So Helgo heals Dorazol. One! You're joking me. Okay. Dorazol goes back up to the heady heights of 2 health. Now I think we need to check out the Protect scroll that maybe we should have done this last round that Solana has. Yeah, we should totally have done that earlier. I think we're going to have to do it now, unfortunately. So this is going to give +1 to the defense of Dorazol, just for this fight. When can bandages be used? I'm assuming not when you're being battered by a Chaos Lord, but I'm going to check anyway. May not be applied during combat. Yeah, that's fair enough. So I think... Oh, hang on. Hang on. Quip's got a ring of teleportation, which, to be honest, I never thought I was going to have to use. I can't really even remember what that is, but I'm assuming it gets you out of a scrape. Ring of teleportation allows the user to automatically pass a defence roll by moving the character out of the room. That character may not take part in the current combat, but rejoins the party as soon as combat is over. Okay, alright. So, Quip's on 1 health. I can negate that by using the ring of teleportation and bopping him out to another room. Let's find out, shall we? Because we're about to see what happens here. So the Chaos Lord attacks Dorazol. Dorazol rolls a 1! A 1! I just can't believe this nonsense. And Quip rolls a 3. Okay, so rather than taking that damage, Quip's going to use the Ring of Teleportation, which depletes its power. It's a one-time use item. And he's going to disappear off to a different room. Now, this is my thinking. This is what I think is going to save us in this situation. This has left a place at the front. And I think it would only be fair that someone comes up and takes that place to continue the fight against this terrifying chaos dude. So we've taken the two attacks and there's 1 attack left, and I think it's only fair that Solana absorbs that final attack and rolls a 1. Good stuff, Solana. So you're really on board with how this fight is going. Deep breath. So back to our fights. Back to our attacks, rather. We're going to start with Dorazol attacking. 1! And then Solana's going to attack. And rolls a 5. +2, 6, 7, and kills the Chaos Lord. Well done, Solana. I'm glad you stepped up, because we were not doing that well. Well, I think that's one of the most brutal fights I've ever had in this game. Quip comes back, rejoins the party. Right, let's have a look at what we get here. I need to roll it says here, if you kill the Chaos Lord, roll a die. On a 5 or a 6, we find a clue. So let's just see if we find a clue. I can't imagine we're going to roll a 5 or a 6, because we only seem to be rolling 1s today, by and large. Oh, my God. We found a clue. Let's pop the clue, let's give it to Solana, since Solana somewhat saved the day there. Then we get 2 treasure rolls of +1. I guess this is making up for it a little bit. So, first treasure roll. 6. 1 magic item from the magic treasure table. Or, because we're in a library, a magical library, we could instead decide we found a random scroll. I mean, that doesn't sound better now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, let's not overthink it. I'm going to go for a random magic scroll. Since we're in a library, so our random scroll has an escape table. spell, an escape spell. So we'll give that to Solana because she's the only one that can use stuff. Although I've just realised, I'm pretty sure elves can only cast one spell per delve, per game. Yeah, a single spell. Which is a shame. That means we can't use any more of her spell abilities in this particular delve. Right, let's find out what the other treasure is. 4. 4 is 1 gem worth 2d6 times 5. Curses. Right, so we've got a gem worth 15. And that's that. Now, because we were fighting a boss, our first boss of the game means we can roll to see. Oh, should we have rolled before? Yeah, we should have rolled before. We should have rolled before the boss to check to see whether it was the final boss. We didn't do that. And also I think it'd be a bit absurd for it to be the final boss in the third room, so we're going to forego that roll on this particular occasion. And like lunatics, we're going to carry on and see what else we come across in this dungeon. Now, before we go any further, both Quip and Dorazal are going to use some bandages. Quip has now rejoined us. Ring of teleportation has been used, so it's just a gold ring. Says the value of the ring in there, so I'll check that and we'll sell it after the adventure's finished. And Helgo can only do the healing ability one more time. I'm just going to remind myself what the blessing does. A blessing just removes a curse. We haven't got any curses. So it doesn't really help us in this particular situation. Hopefully we don't come across anything else too life-threatening. But obviously Dorazal's going to move to the back of the party and take a little break for now. And let's carry on and hope that, you know, we don't come across another Chaos Lord in the next room. Rightio, next room. 16. There's actually a room. This is our first room. All the other rooms have been corridors. What's going to be in this room? 5. Empty. Roll d6 special features. Special feature number 3 is an armory where we can all change our weapons if we want. I don't want to do that though. I think we might as well use Helgo's final healing ability to heal. We're going to heal. Let's heal Dorazal. 4. That's a bit more like it. That's what I needed to be rolling earlier. Takes us back up. Takes Dorazal back up to max health. Okay, so Quip. That feels a bit better. Quip is the only one who's feeling a little bit ropey right now. That's good. Let's move Dorazal back to the front. Move Helgo back to the rear. And let's see what's in the next room. 16 again. Alright. So that's the same room. What's in this room? 3. Oh, it's a trap. Interesting. Don't roll traps very often. So what trap is this going to be? 2. Trap number 2. I'm just wondering whether Quip the rogue can do anything about traps. I don't know. Let's find out what the trap is. So trap number 2 is poison gas, level 3, attacks all the characters. All characters must make a defense roll, ignoring the bonus for shields and armor, or lose 1 life. I assume that means that you lose 1 life if you fail the defense roll. That's not really phrased very well. I just want to double check that Quip hasn't got some kind of trap ability I've forgotten about. Oh, he adds his level on rolls to disarm traps and to his defense rolls. Oh, he adds his level to defense rolls. Ah. People watching these videos, why did none of you comment and tell me about this? I guess there's no 4 Against Darkness experts watching, or you just missed it like I did perhaps. So, should be adding plus level to defense rolls. So I'm adding +1 here for light armour. So this should actually be +3. That's pretty significant, isn't it? I think. Do you know what? No. I was going to give him some extra life then, but I don't know for certain. But I'm pretty sure that would have prevented Quip from losing some life against that irritating Chaos Lord. Never mind. Let's find out about disarming traps. Oh. Unbelievably, rogues can only disarm traps if they're leading the marching order. And our rogue, obviously, we just moved him to the rear because he's so battered after the last fight. Super annoying. Okay, so we've got poison gas to deal with. Every character needs to defend against poison gas. It's level 3, so they've just got to roll a 4. Easy, right? We're starting with Dorazol. Dorazol survives, or doesn't take any damage, rather, they're all going to survive. Solana. Solana loses 1 life from the poison gas. Quip. We're going to call that a 4. Survives. And Helgo. 2. Helgo also takes a bit of damage. Onwards and upwards. Next room. '54. Looks quite similar actually, but shall we? We're going to have to turn the corner. Okay. Roll for room contents. 8. 8 is some minions. Some demonic minions. What have we got? 1. So we have got 2d6 skeletons or 1d6 zombies. So we've got skeletons on a roll of 1 to 3. We've got zombies. How many zombies have we got? 5. 5 zombies. They're level 3 undead. No treasure. Crushing, that's for skeletons. Arrows are at -1. Not really using arrows. Skeleton zombies never test morale. Okay. 5 zombies. Right, well hopefully this won't take too long. Let's start with Solana, just to mix things up a little bit. 4, 5, 6. That finishes off 2 zombies. Good, 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 good. Zombies are level 3. So if I rolled a 3, I'd finish off 1 zombie. I rolled a 6, so that finishes off 2 zombies. Then Dorzal. 3 plus 3, which is 6, so he's going to finish off another 2 zombies. And then finally Helgo, rolling 4, 5, 6, 7. So that decisively destroys the final zombie. Oh, I was supposed to be... I've forgotten about the demonic force. For each time they're killed, I should be rolling a d6, and they would, on a 5 or a 6, they'd have come back to life. So I think it's only fair that I do that now. Let's roll 5 dice, and if any of them are 5 or 6, then I have to fight these guys again. None. Sweet. Alright, so they all stayed dead. The demonic forces of, what did I call the demon? Sakalas. The demonic forces of the demon Sakalas failed to raise these zombies back from the dead a second time, and they're all dead. Lovely. No treasure. Zombies, it turns out, don't carry a whole amount of loot. Never mind. And I think maybe I should stop there. We've made some good progress into this dungeon, this magical library. Had a fairly brutal fight with a Chaos Lord, but things aren't looking too bad. Things are looking okay. Need to remember that Solana has used up her 1 spell for this particular adventure. Yeah, alright. Hope you enjoyed that, folks. Please do join me again for the next one. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot of cool stuff planned coming up. And hit the bell notification so you know when I make new videos. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.